What's up, everyone? Today we're doing something absolutely insane. I've found the 13 most terrifying, eerie, and haunted asylums on the entire planet, and we're going to virtually tour every single one of them. These places are legendary for their dark histories, chilling stories, and the ghosts that are said to still roam their halls. We're talking about everything from shadowy figures, disembodied screams, objects moving on their own. I literally challenge you to make it through this entire video without getting goosebumps or having to look away. This isn't just a simple top 10 list. This is a challenge. For every asylum we explore, the stories get more intense, the history gets darker, and the alleged hauntings become even more terrifying. We're going to dive deep into why these places have such a creepy reputation, exploring the real stories of the people who lived and died within their walls. So, hit that subscribe button right now if you haven't already. Turn down the lights, turn up the volume, and get ready. The challenge is simple. Can you survive a virtual tour of the 13 most eerie asylums in the world? Let me know in the comments if you think you have what it takes. Let's go. All right, first up, we're heading to West Virginia, USA, to the Trans-Allegheny Lunatic Asylum. This place is an absolute monster. It's one of the largest hand-cut stone masonry buildings in the world, second only to the Kremlin. They started building back in the 1850s, designed to hold only 250 patients. By the 1950s, over 2,400 people were crammed inside, 10 times capacity. Conditions were horrific. People lived in filth with little proper care. Thousands of lobotomies, brutal and experimental. Ice picks and hammers, unimaginably barbaric. For many, this wasn't a place of healing. It was torture. Thousands died here. Terrible conditions, experiments, neglect. No wonder it's one of America's most haunted. There's the famous ghost of a little girl named Lily. Visitors hear her laugh and find balls moved on their own. And more aggressive spirits, like Big Jim, reports of shoves, angry voices, suffocating dread. Full-body apparitions, shadow figures, disembodied screams. The Civil War left its mark here too. Both sides used the grounds. Every wing has its own terrifying stories. If I had to spend the night anywhere, this is the top of the list. Next, we're flying to Australia, to the Beechworth Lunatic Asylum, Mayday Hills. It operated for 130 years. Over 9,000 patients died within its walls. Brutal treatments, electroshock, restraints, experimental drugs. The notorious Grevillea Wing, oppressive despair lingering even today. Matron Sharp is said to still do her rounds, apparitions and sudden cold spots. A young girl's ghost, laughter and a small figure in upper windows. A maintenance man's whistle, keys clinking. A Jewish patient's lonely grave, spirit wandering. Airedale was even bigger, essentially a self-sufficient town. Opened in 1865, over 1,000 patients, 500 staff. An estimated 13,000 people died here. Its own morgue handled the dead. Lobotomies, electroshock, restraints, isolation, experiments. I was never mad, scratched into the floorboards. Ghost tours are huge. People faint, cry, feel nauseous. The men's surgery wing is notorious. Touches, pushes, moans, EVPs pleading for help. Nurse Carrie in the women's wing. Apparitions in the chapel. Shadows in J ward. Eyes watching from dark windows. Near Berlin, Belitz-Heilstätten, around 60 buildings in a forest. Built for tuberculosis. Beautiful design, later decayed into eerie ruins. WWI Military Hospital. Hitler treated here. Nazis, then the largest Soviet military hospital outside the USSR. Abandonment brought horrific crimes, adding to its sinister reputation. Voices, footsteps, doors slam, apparitions of soldiers and nurses, surgery and lung wards especially active. Waverly Hills Sanatorium, often called America's most haunted hospital. Built for TB in the early 1900s, unimaginable death toll. Some estimate up to 63,000. The infamous death tunnel, 500 feet, later used to move bodies out of sight. Imagine carting the dead day after day, the sorrow seeping into the walls. Timmy, a child spirit. Visitors bring balls. They roll by themselves. The 5th floor, shadow creepers crawling on floors and ceilings. A nurse in room 502. Legend says she hanged herself or was pushed. A woman's voice tells visitors to get out. Get out. Featured on countless paranormal shows, new evidence keeps surfacing. Poveglia, so dark the Italian government forbids public access. Quarantine island during the bubonic plague, over 160,000 sent to die, pits burned. The soil said to be half ash and bone. A 1922 asylum, brutal lobotomies. Legend says the doctor went mad, leapt from the bell tower, choked by a rising mist as he lay dying. Danvers State Hospital, real-life Gothic horror. Notorious as the alleged birthplace of the prefrontal lobotomy in the U.S., thousands subjected, lives erased. Designed for 600, housed over 2,000. Tunnels moved patients, supplies, and the dead. After 1992, urban explorers heard screams, saw shadow figures. Arkham Asylum took inspiration here. Opened 1903, unique radial layout, even its own railway line. Early ECT without modern safeguards, violent seizures, broken bones, the infamous dental room and open morgue lockers, nightmare images. Footsteps follow, whispers from empty rooms, doors slam, objects move on their own. Bethlehem Royal Hospital, Bedlam became a word for chaos. Chained, caged, mocked by paying visitors, treatments that were torture. Today, it's a modern facility. The original site houses the Imperial War Museum. The Museum of the Mind preserves this dark history. Glenside, Victorian-era asylum, where many never left. A hidden world, overcrowding, underfunding, neglect and abuse behind closed doors. Stained glass, funded by the superintendent depicting his family as saints. An unsettling God complex. Volunteers run a museum in the chapel. Reports of footsteps, shadow figures, sudden cold spots linger. Near Seville, the forgotten psychiatric wing of Hospital de Carmona. A wing of last resort, harsh Franco-era neglect, whispers of starvation and punishment. Disembodied Spanish whispers, agonizing screams, scratches, pushes, hair pulled, phantom nun, sudden cold. Letchworth Village, a village of over 130 buildings across 2,000 acres. Founded in 1911 with humane ideals, undone by overcrowding and underfunding. Catastrophic neglect, children unclothed, starving. Geraldo Rivera's exposé shocked the nation, spurring disability care reform. Many buried under numbers, not names. Ghost hunters hear laughter and cries, small apparitions among the trees. Hospital building most active. Mary haunts a dorm. Hospicio Cabañas, stunning UNESCO site. Once workhouse, hospital, orphanage, almshouse. José Clemente Orozco's murals, powerful images of suffering, humanity, rebellion. Legend says a courtyard clock stopped each time a child died. Removed after too many tragedies. Visitors report faint cries, laughter, small shadows darting down the colonnades, beauty and sadness, side by side. And that's it. We've virtually toured the 13 most eerie asylums on the planet. My heart is pounding. From Europe's massive war-torn hospitals to America's tragic village institutions, the stories are unreal. These aren't just ruins, they're monuments to a painful past. Did you make it? Which was scariest? Poveglia? The Death Tunnel? Letchworth? Smash like, subscribe, hit the bell. Thank you for watching. Stay safe, and I'll see you in the next one.